My dad blamed me for my mom's death. 12 years later, I proved who really did it. He spent years turning my family against me, but all it took was one old voicemail to burn everything he built. I was 15. Rain was falling. It was one of those summer storms that hit you hard and fast. Inside our old house, the kitchen light kept flickering. Mom was making tea. I remember because she had just asked me if I wanted sugar or honey. Then the explosion, a blinding flash. I was thrown back, my ears rang, and when I looked up, smoke, screaming, flames. I tried to go back in, but my lungs collapsed. Mom? Mom had gone in to grab something, my inhaler, because I was wheezing, because I couldn't breathe. She never made it out. And my dad? He didn't cry. He didn't comfort me. He told the paramedics. She went back inside because of him. He made sure everyone heard it, that it was my fault. Blame and banishment. The days after the funeral felt like a silent war. No one talked to me. My relatives kept their distance like I was contagious. Grandma whispered to my aunt, "That boy shouldn't have survived." Dad didn't speak to me unless it was to bark an order or say something cruel. Why couldn't it have been you instead of her? He canceled my school enrollment. Said, "Homeschool's cheaper for a murderer." I lived in the attic. Ate leftovers if I was lucky. Mom's side of the family disappeared, and every time I looked in the mirror, I saw guilt. From age 16 to 21, I was a ghost in my own house. No birthday celebrations, no therapy, no hugs, just silence, or worse, shouting. Dad drank, a lot. Sometimes he'd stare at her photo, crying. Other times he'd yell at it, "You had to be the hero!" One night I heard him talking on the phone, something about keeping the policy quiet, and nobody ever proved the first fire. That stuck with me. What policy? First fire? But when I asked him, he threw a chair at the wall and screamed, "Don't dig into things you don't understand." At 22, I left. Got a job as an overnight IT tech in another city. Lived in a tiny studio. Started therapy. It took months to even say the word mom. But slowly, I began healing. I started journaling, reading case files, learning how to request public reports. I even emailed the fire department pretending to be a grad student. What they sent me shattered everything. A decade-old body cam clip, background noise, sirens, firefighters yelling, and then, faintly, from a melted answering machine. "Don't you dare threaten me again, David. You think I don't know about your insurance scam? I'm going to the cops." I froze. That voice. Mom. Another snippet. "If something happens to me, check the drawer under the sink." I drove 6 hours that night, back to that house. It was sold years ago. I knocked. The lady living there thought I was crazy, until I showed her proof. We opened that drawer. Inside, a metal envelope, charred. But inside, photos, a fire plan, insurance details. It was all real. I pieced it together. My dad staged the fire. He had taken out a massive life insurance policy on my mom 6 weeks before she died. He tried this before, too. A suspicious warehouse fire back in '98. Never charged. My mom found out. She threatened him. She went back inside that night to grab the folder, and he let her. He watched her walk into flames, then pinned it on me. Because he needed a distraction, I gathered everything, the voicemail, the reports, the photos. I made a digital folder called Truth, sent it to every family member, every news outlet that reported the fire. 2 true crime YouTubers. I even uploaded it all to Reddit with the title, "My Dad Blamed Me for My Mom's Death. This tape proves what really happened." It blew up, then picked up by a news blog. My dad's Facebook, flooded with hate. His workplace terminated him in 24 hours. He called me, You destroyed me." I replied, "You destroyed Mom. I just made sure people knew." The police reopened the case, insurance fraud, homicide suspicion. My father is now under investigation. He sold his car, his house, moved into a one-bedroom apartment. No more whiskey, no more speeches, just silence. My aunts called me crying. Grandma apologized. They saw the truth. Finally. And I moved to Portland, started writing, sharing stories, helping other victims of false blame. I go to therapy twice a week, and every Sunday I light a candle for Mom. Sometimes I talk to her out loud. I kept my promise. I told the truth. I found what you left behind. What would you do if your parent blamed you for a death you didn't cause? Would you walk away or fight back? Comment below. Your story might save someone else, because sometimes revenge isn't loud, it's patient, it's precise, and it's the only language the powerful understand. Like, subscribe, and share this if you know someone who's been disrespected for being humble. Subscribe for more true stories about betrayal, secrets, and revenge.